Alright. Back to it. Knock this out a little bit later than I wanted to, but tis what it is. Hopefully you guys pull in still for the Primo Festival. Pretty sure it's still going on. Nope, it must have ended the other day. I wasn't paying attention. But we got the Clan Festival. It seems like the Clan Festival keeps getting pushed like further and further into the next month. 'Cause that used to be like the last week, and now it always feels like it's the first 2 weeks of the month, and then you have the Heroes Festival, and then you get a week break, and it's like they didn't plan that one out very, very well, did they? Send those off. That's not what I want. Grab those. Did a little bit after recording yesterday. Did a little bit of cleanup on the account. I finally got Shelly-on all the way up, so I'm gonna level him up and get him tested for some content, because I know we were talking about it in the comments a couple weeks back now, just to kind of point out the abilities again on here, and to show again to new players how we go about, or at least how I go about analyzing these the Astromon, and then what gems specifically to go on, right? So because Shelly-on is an attacker, once he's 6-starred, leveled up all the way, and I've been playing long enough, I have books, so all this extra damage that's going to be going into this Astromon should hit pretty hard. But again, evaluating this Astromon, looking at its leader skill, increases allies' red soul recovery by 20% is it's all right, but it's very circumstantial. It's not an overall buff to your team that's going to be, I would argue, helpful. What you're more looking at is what does this Astromon do, and specifically this is a single target Astromon, so this is what you'd call a boss killer. It's definitely good for bosses, because instead of its damage being spread out, it's definitely more focused fire here. And there's two things to look at with this, which is the defense down, which is 100% chance. This is an incredible Astromon because of that 100% chance, and it's for 2 turns, so this is a guaranteed defense down after you reducing the resistance, i.e. the buffs that Hana-Hime specifically just got. So if you have a resistance down leader Astromon like we do, this is just basically guaranteeing a defense down. Now you still can roll pretty terrible and not get the defense down, but having this here just on their active skill is just good. Moving into the 5-star skill, again, increases attack power by 100% when attacking Dark Astromons. So thinking about the Dimensional Dungeons specifically, and even some of the dark, the Dark Dragons or the Dark Golem specifically, Shelly-on should hit pretty hard. So I'm kind of anxious to see just what this Astromon gets built into now that I have it after we got it. It's been a couple months now, but still very worthwhile. But again, that's where you kind of look at this Astromon on here. So it's already getting most of its stats here. So if I was to gem this Astromon specifically, it would be 100% just straight up attack. You're looking at its crit damage and its crit rate. So its crit damage is at 100% and its crit rate is 10%. You'd have to spend a lot of resources to get this crit rate pretty high. So I would focus entirely on just boosting the attack percent of this Astromon as much as possible. And again, that's just that is my opinion on it. A lot of the game is you testing it out for yourself, seeing how an Astromon specifically does better with different gems. Let's try for a crit build, so maybe putting a crit gem instead of just pumping it full of attack percent. And that's generally what I do with my Astromon anyways. I try and put one crit gem that's going to give it up to like 60% crit, on top of my leader usually gives it up close to 80 or 90% crit rate. So I'm already have a high enough crit chance. So you could argue putting, crit damage into the Astromon as well, and you could do that. But once again, want to play off, just to give examples here, with our dark, our dark Mona though, like she is built for crit damage, and that's based off of the skills that she has. So couple that onto the fact of, okay, I want to raise her crit, but I also want her doing more crit damage because it plays off of her, her active ability, for instance. That's what you got to look at when you analyze your Astromon a little bit. The same thing goes with Dark Fenrir in this instance as well, and even the other two Astromon you see here in the party. Even with Dark Miho that I have, the same logic applies. Looking at their active skills and then applying the gems in the game to what situation you have on here. So once again, going back to Dark Fenrir, I don't have to put crit gems on her because she already has in both skills increased critical strike rate by it's like 50%. So at the end of the day, I don't have to really I don't have to invest so much crit on her because she's already has it inherent on her character. So again, that's just kind of how you look at it. And going even into some of the questions I've been asked over the past couple videos, and again, I love answering those questions, but I also like to reiterate them in follow-up videos while I'm recording these. Always look at, like, the thing with Griffin is a lot of the Astromon's abilities, while they're good, those of you who haven't gotten Draka yet, 100% is you should save and get your at least one Fire Draka built up. And I can back this up, as you guys can see, not only in the arena, how many times is it used as a hidden Astromon, but just go look at the Tower of Chaos and look at the levels, the people who are at the top. I mean, not necessarily at the top. Well, at the top, but as you scroll up, you'll notice a very trend, I shall say, that Fire Draka is used in a lot of stuff because she's just that good. If I had to give a ranking right now to be like, what is like the top 3 Astromon in the game, my 3 picks would be definitely Dark Gilgamesh. I've seen that Astromon do some stuff. I forget how to pronounce his name. It's another 5-star, and these are all 5-star Astromon. But it's another dark version of him, and then Fire Draka's in my top 3 in this game. There's no question in my mind about that. So, we got free entry into the Tower of Chaos. I gotta knock that out today then. I guess I know what I'm doing after this. What were we moving on to catch though? But let me think real quick. Mirage Ruins, that's right. We're moving on, and I want to capture this fella. So that's just, and again, that's my opinion. Again, it's just based on what I see those Astromons, as far as, like, again, those are all 3 attacking Astromons, but they hold their own in a lot of the content that you see. So 2 of which are extremely hard to get, and Fire Draka, luckily we get the 5-star Rebirth Festival to get her. So she's definitely a staple that once that comes up, yes, if you do not have her, I would save all your 5 stars to be able to put into that Rebirth, and then turn around and that's great, guys. Sometimes it's AI, man. I have 4 Astromon, 2 enemies left. You'd think it'd go 2-2, or I'd even take 3 or 1, But yeah, you save up to get that. Also save your gleams. You guys have been following how I get my gleams and everything you can do every month. Save your gleams for that moment so you can get her to Evolution 3 immediately. And again, that's an Astromon you add into the party no matter the mix. Then again, if it does come up, I'll kind of go over an evaluation and show you kind of my opinion of the Astromon in general, of her of the other elements specifically. But once again, you kind of you're gonna see this Astromon everywhere. So definitely, if you don't have it, I know it sucks to be patient with these, with the rebirth festivals and whatnot, but definitely have patience, get those done, and then you can kind of, you know, mess around later. That's kind of how I look at it. I'm at the point on my account that, you know, I can mess around and do, you know, whatever, you know, going after whatever I kind of feel like at this point. Because unless something drastically changes with how we summon Astramon or get 5 stars or anything like that, I don't see that me changing how I go about that anytime soon. The Primo Festival, I think, is the right step in the right direction. Again, if I wasn't, that's definitely a stun. Please stun that. Thank you. I think the Primo Festival is the right step in the right direction, but it's just unfortunate that I am caught in saving at the moment for. I should have just. Let's just do this. Saving this year. Otherwise, I'd be using my. You're getting our butt kicked here. I'd be just using all my gems on those Primo Festivals every time just because I want to. You're gonna go down, aren't you? Yep. Wow, I lost to this, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I could do it, but she... let's see what happens. Let's just heal. The 3-star buff is real. The attack down is going to be too detrimental, but I am going to whittle away at her. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here through this. A 3-star buff is OP sometimes. Alright. New plan of attack. Okay, that's done there. Let's just gang up on this one. I will take this because that's a 4-star. She'll get the taunt, which is fine. That's down. Let's stun you. Or just kill you. I'll take that one as well. A little bit better. Resisted the taunt, which is great, and we're just going to auto that and watch them go kaput. So yeah, the Primo Festival again is going to be the best way to going forward, I think, to get the new 5-star Astramon, which is, again, it's good. That's the right step in the right direction. So. Because again, the Astramon we have in the Rebirth Festival for 5 stars have been the same Astramon for 4 years now. They added Griffin to it when Griffin came out, so that was our only way of getting him. But the thing is you will see it again. You just have to be patient. But I'm gonna end my ramble there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in tomorrow's daily.